Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Rome 1 Remastered with this Macedonian campaign. Last time around, we destroyed the Brutii faction by taking the capital and killing the faction leader, and we also fought the Julii, where we pushed them back into town. However, we did suffer more casualties than the enemy. However, at this point, I have locked not only the enemy, but also the traitor in town. And they're besieged from all sides. And I've got the king's army ready to march up. I'm wondering if I should actually replace them, have this army continue north, and actually have the king replace and attack Salona, as he has ballistas and should be able to shoot down towers as well as part of the wall, if it's not already kind of broken. And also, as I said, we destroyed the Brutii and we took their faction capital. However, before I was able to actually move out, the Scipii moved in with Flavius the Handsome, and Lucius Scipio moved in with their army, which is for once actually a proper Roman army of Principes, and I believe what else I don't know exactly what else they had. Probably Hastati and Triorii. So there's where we're at today. Hopefully we'll be able to... I think I might be able to... Yeah, we could strike these. But I think I'm going to actually bring in the king instead. Yes. Oh. Yes, I would like to confirm that we are moving away. We're going to move around. We're going to move like that. And instead it's the king that's going to take their place and fight the Romans. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't actually march around. I should actually stay here, because my fleet is right here. Now, you can't see it this time, but there was actually a storm around here, so that's why all the ships have lost 40 crew member. Exactly 40 crew member for each and every single ship. It's a very specific storm that throws 40% of the crew off the ship for some reason. There's quite a bit of Roman ships around, but I don't think we should have a problem defeating them, even with this loss of manpower. And yes, we sunk 2 of the enemy ships, which only means that 1 Julii ship survived that. However, we are at this point a desperate need of replenishing the ships, which I intend to do. It's probably going to cost quite a lot to do that, but never mind that.
Yes, master.
So yes, there's no more moves to make now, so let's prepare. Oh yeah, I should mention here that Thracians are probably going to actually get destroyed here. I was of course hoping that I would do it, but just the sheer amount of these guys and the fact that the Romans were pushing in quite hard against us has forced me to send their troops to other locations. Their faction leader is most surely gonna die. They do not have enough power to withstand these, and especially since this general is coming in, there's simply no way they can stand against that. But I want to figure out what is going to go on here. So let's go ahead and end turn. We can slowly see them surrounding the city. It'll be a second or two before it's actually just entirely destroyed. One thing that I noticed though, so I had noticed that the Pontius family, let's see where they are, there. In overall ranking, they're not that far behind me. Military ranking, they actually outrank me. And that's why I was kind of hesitant of going against their settlements up here, even though they are quite recent conquests. However, when I've moved my spies through the territory, I haven't actually noticed that there are a lot of armies here until my spy came around to Jerusalem. So they got 3 full stacks of armies here. And I think this is where really their strength is. Where is my spy in this region? Where is he ended up? There he is.
My lord.
I couldn't see you. You were disguised by the trees. So they are fighting the Egyptian, and it seems like they've sent really everything they have down kind of to this region
Moving.
to attack the Egyptian. We also got the Parthians here building up quite the force, but that means that all the forces are combined down here, which should mean that if I build a proper army, I could just sweep quite quickly through, capture the entire coastline here, and then adding on, say, this city here, then there's a massive gap kind of in between our 2 empires, and we'll take a massive swath out of these guys, and more importantly, we take the 2 wonders, which I am really looking for.
Ship's ready.
I do believe there was actually 1 ship more that needs to be... oh, look at that! The Scipii just leave the siege
Yes.
and do not finish it. I want to send the spy down here. Yeah, there is Syracuse. I kind of want to fight these, but I don't think this army is strong enough. So we'll just...
Ready.
What we'll do is we'll take all the ships except the one that I'm repairing, and we'll bring them to the port. We'll take the army,
Yes, Captain.
we'll load it on,
Ready.
and
Yes,
we
sir.
move back and we try to replenish them. I guess at Corinth,
Yes, sir. These ships
probably
cannot go there.
the best
Set
place.
sail.
And I've got an army coming in which is
Forward.
can be able to join in with that, and that's going to be good. We do not want to leave this for the Romans, though. Most importantly, the harbor. So now we create a bunch of mess for the Romans by having this rebel town here. We are going to come back, though. And I want to fight like a proper Roman army
Moving.
with a proper fight, but I want to take out these. With that, I should be able to complete the campaign pretty darn soon. We'll go ahead and attack here. Here's another force that actually can be sent over by sea. But given that I'm already setting up these to send over, this one might just as well march north and actually attack the Julia in the north, which could work just as well. Thing is, once this area falls, it could be that the enemies over there actually would be marching down against us, so we should prepare to defend this river crossing right here. It's pretty good because there's not a lot of places you can cross this river, so it's right here and then there's there. So this one is really close to town, so we could easily just move the troops out and defend the bridge rather than defend the town. And similarly here, just need more troops there. But right, with that, let's go ahead and have a fight. First fight of this episode. We're gonna destroy the traitor. It's time for him to die. Let's start the assault. So I deploy 3,000 men against 1,000 roughly, a lot of which is dogs, and I mean that in the double sense that they have dogs and they have the dog traitor, and a lot of light troops, very few of the heavy infantry. Should be no problem for my veteran general to smite these bastards.
This is a day for the histories. Tales of bravery that will be written in the blood of our foes. Now, strike hard. Strike without mercy. Strike down our foes with righteous anger.
I intend to strike the city from 2 angles. as we can see here. So I've set up the ballistas at either gate, this one right here and this one over there. We're gonna break the gates, and then we're gonna move through. Archers and so on are set up to harass the enemy, as they undoubtedly is gonna move back and forth close to the wall. With that said, let's go ahead and start the fight.
Your reinforcements
Start
have
by
arrived. This is
aiming
hopeful
at
news
the
indeed.
gates.
Attack!
And then the Cretan archers, I don't have to even move before they start to pelt the dogs. Although, I do think we need to move them slightly more forward so we actually get a good or an even better view to fire at them. Similar here, we're gonna move these guys forward together with the peltast. And then we got this one over here is gonna be moved forward as well. Gate is already 52% over here. It's a 52 over here, so similar, quite similar in fact. Then I do think we have enough firepower within these ballistas to actually break a few points in the walls as well. The Cretan archers, I definitely need more of those. They absolutely slay, don't they? Although the dogs and their troops do not have a lot of defense, do they? So maybe it's not good benchmark for how well a unit performs. With the was that an eagle? Yeah, it was. I get distracted in the middle of my battle planning by an eagle. I guess I spoke too soon when I talked about how equal these units were. This one didn't break. I was so sure that both of them broke the gate at the same time that I didn't even bother actually checking if they did. We only got one unit to turn up over here. Kind of interesting place, how square this kind of outpost out of the mountain is. With the cavalry overlooking the town. Maybe I should... Can I fire... Yeah, I can fire fire ballistas. Set fire to some houses. Just because I can. So it's 4%, it's about to get broken down. And there we go. And just because I'm a mean bastard, I'm gonna set fire to this house. Which doesn't seem to be anything specific. Just a house of the Julii. I have been targeting the wall over here. It's 80... Wait, did it just go from 80% to 42%? I mean, if I move it around, I could probably open up the entire wall section. If I wanted to. If they could bloody well aim the thing. The enemy at this point has lost about 9% of their total force. Oh, well, I think we've set fire. We've set fire to the building. The morale of the enemy is breaking apart as we've got this massive conflagration. What if this would spread and actually set fire to the entire town? There would be nothing left. That's why I chose this detached house. Although it's quite a large one, so debris could fall on this one. But this is going to cause, hopefully, quite a bit of problem for the defenders. Archers need to move even closer. Same with the archers of Crete. I really want to hit some substantial units rather than hitting these dogs, which we have seen they haven't really done that much, have they? Or just as the wall breaks there, they've set up their principes to cover it and immediately leave it. And there goes yet another hole. So now we have 4 entrances into the town. Maybe I should just move this one forward and let it fire at the enemy at will. I think this is enough, really. And we should start moving the phalanx formations to actually move inside the city. Oh, we're losing troops here for once. The enemy is actually firing back at us. It's the militia cavalry, the auxiliary cavalry, I should say, that is riding about, throwing spears at us, which has caused quite a bit of casualties among these peltasts, to the point where I've lost 1% of my army. However, the enemy at this point has lost, what, 21%. Oh, the house broke down, and the house revealed that inside of it, they had, not entirely sure which Roman emperor this is supposed to be. And the tree, a birch tree to be precise, were hidden inside the building, which is pretty interesting. They hid a birch tree and a Roman emperor. Roman construction for you there. Nothing goes to waste. Old statues, put them at the right inside of the building. Alright, the phalanx formations are being moved into position as we start to attack the town. Oh, this unit's still alive? Although there's only 8 of them left at this point. And we have a small cavalry unit passing by, getting destroyed by arrows.
Our soldiers have captured the walls.
Or not
Now's the
throwing
time to
spears,
press on
actually.
and capture this place.
We're moving in through here. Let's actually have these guys turn that way, given that the cavalry is right there. See if we can catch. Oh, I think they've let the dogs loose now. Oh yeah, of course. Just as soon as the dogs attack, then you decide you're gonna raise your pikes. If the pikes were still down, I shouldn't have done anything. I shouldn't have ordered an attack. Not that we lost a lot of men there, but still. The phalanx are moving in. See if we might be able to attack from multiple angles here. Get the peltas in, and maybe even get my archers to be able to fire towards the center of town. I don't think we can actually move the ballistas inside of the settlement, but I can move them close enough that they will be able to fire into town. So let's start moving. Actually, all these 3 are gonna have to march straight through here. There's no other moves for them. However, I intend to make sure that these guys cover this road. Continue forward while you move around. And we're firing arrows all over town right now, causing quite a bit of confusion. I do think their motto, or their preferred tactic of the auxiliary cavalry, what we've seen so far, is that they operate on chaos, given that they're riding around all over the place. Are the dogs causing that much trouble? Or are you content with trying to raid the house, maybe? No, I'm ordering you to advance through the street here. We've got one currently being attacked quite a bit by this auxiliary cavalry. The problem, I guess, was that the unit wasn't wide enough to cover most of the street, which meant that the cavalry could flank the pike formation. They're fresh and eager, and even though they're suffering quite a bit of casualties, they're holding on, which I'm surprised to see. A surprise that's welcome, to be sure, but...
Pikemen! Destroy them! Pike phalanx!
Right, they're getting crushed.
Men
The enemy, that is. Ah, damn it. The Cretan archers are out of arrows to fire.
Pike phalanx!
Right, I need you to march down the street
Parry!
and ready your attack on the center of town.
Phalanx, pikemen!
What are you having so much trouble? Move forward, I'd say. And then I do think we need to reinforce the center street, because right now this formation is actually losing quite a bit of men. Because the enemy has managed to get in on the flanks,
Waiting for orders!
but finally they were broken. Fortunately for me, there's only about 100 men left in this unit. And now the dogs come at us. However, as I move to cover the entire street, we should be able to defeat these dogs. Where is that traitor? I'm interested to see where the traitor is. Did he turn into a Roman? I guess he turned into a Roman general. I can't be certain which one it is, because both of them had roughly the same amount of bodyguards. However, now the cavalry cannot go in through the flanks. However, I do think that this unit will be broken by this charge. Extra pikes come falling down. Both the generals are actually now stationed right here. My men fight with vigor. But the enemy... Oh, they've broken through. The unit is holding though, even now surrounded and the pikes broken. The unit, unfortunately, was destroyed there.
Attack!
I've got an extra 150 men though, which are... oh, the Roman generals are fresh as well. I was hoping that it'd be... Oh, my unit was broken. Oh, not only broken, but slaughtered. Slaughtered to the man. Both units, in fact. Wrongful formation. And the ballista is able to shoot into them, though. How's it going over here? This unit has kinda reached the center. This one is much larger. It's almost 300 men. I'll try to reorganize that one, and we'll have this one sent down the side street then, with this one also being sent down the side street to deal with the enemy. We have one Peltas that actually still carries a bit of... oh, you need to advance into that and try to destroy them. We'll see about getting the Peltas to actually be able to shoot. Oh, they're trying to the cavalry is trying to overwhelm over here. And I am losing quite a bit of pikemen. Should order them to attack. Hopefully they'll do more damage that way. But it turns into an absolute mess here. Mostly because a lot of the unit isn't actually ready in formation, as it were. And now sending one unit that's down the side street is not as good any longer, because the enemy is about to break through there. They are in fact breaking through. Standard formation, run into position quickly. And organize yourself ready to meet the Roman generals. I do not care if I hit my own soldiers here. Open fire with the ballista. You will continue down towards the main street. And you will continue down towards the main. Right, I want you to advance on the Roman generals. You don't need to reform like that. You should have just advanced. There was plenty of room for you to advance straight into them. That's what I want. The enemy generals are now tired, or able to jump over into the pikes in certain areas, but now when they're tired, they'll surely be destroyed, and there goes one of them. Might have been the traitor? Who knows?
Pikemen! Quickly! Phalanx, pikemen!
Right, move to the center
Go, go,
and destroy them.
Pike, phalanx! Run!
You're being so unruly, you stupid pikes. That's the problem with pikes. I mean, if you get them in formation in a proper line and so lined up and so on, then it worked.
The enemy general
It
is
works.
slain, and now his
Oh.
men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
It didn't even show him dying, so that might very well have been the traitor that died then. Riding straight into these pikes. Where is the traitor's body? Urinate upon that body immediately, that's an order. And now we're gonna sandwich these guys from 3 angles.
Pikemen! Run! Pike, phalanx! Run!
March in and destroy them. The massed formation of pikes closing in and gonna seal the destiny of these poor fools.
Pike, phalanx! Run! Pike, phalanx! Go, go, go!
Keep marching, keep killing them. It's an absolute slaughter. As my phalanx destroy them all. Keep at it, boys. Victory will soon be ours. Oh, the Shrine of Bacchus. Guess that will be fitting to celebrate my victory after the battle. It's an unstoppable tank
Pikemen!
marching down, crushing anything in its way.
Pike, kill them!
And there we have it.
Be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of
Victory.
fear, and now they flee. This is a heroic victory, worthy of Greek soldiers.
We were able to inflict similar casualties on each other. Slightly more from theirs. Mostly for those generals that were able to break some of the pike formations. It was very untimely that one that held the street broke just as the other one was coming in the turn of the street. So when the Romans rode through and attacked it, plus having stragglers panicking, running through the unit, coming exactly at that point, causing such mayhem and destruction there. I'm interested to see if the ballistas killed anyone. Casualties inflicted. One ballista managed to kill 4 people, while the other one managed to kill a single person. But of course, the most important part of that was, of course, that they broke down the walls.
We have conquered!
I feel, there's not a lot of people here, but still, I guess we're not going to be any more cruel to them. It was the commander's fault, not the populace, so we're not going to be cruel. We're just going to occupy it. We are, however, going to tear down that Roman temple.
My lord?
Cavalry should, Maybe not join the army, in fact. I have plenty of lances in this army. I don't know why I have that many. What I could do is I can merge it here and the lancer would join that army instead. What I could do is I could actually bring... the Greek cavalry will stay. Now you will march and attack up north. Oh, we're causing quite a bit of trouble, it seems, within the Roman ranks. Ooh, here we go, mighty army. The faction leader, Lucius Julius, is being sent our way. Definitely a match for the king. However, since he's lost so many phalanx pikemen, what I should do is I should merge these two armies into one really good army that will be commanded by the faction leader, and then there will be faction leader against faction leader in an epic battle. I'm not entirely sure why the Julii are so infatuated with war dogs. Similarly, how the Brutii was infatuated with gladiators. It seems that Scipio is the only one that's normal in the sense of a Roman anyways. Right. There's not really... Oh, here we got this massive force should reinforce the general as well. We got plenty of pikes then. Might not even be need to send this one down to replenish. We should definitely though send the king, not the king, the faction leader. Is he a king? I guess Macedonians held the title of king. Not entirely sure what the Julii would be. Although they have their own system, right? Where they get appointed by the Senate to certain titles and whatnot. We can't see what this guy holds though. Electability plus 18. So he's probably elected to something, but who knows. Maybe I should send my spy just to figure that out. Right, there's no more moves to make. So let's go ahead and end turn. Thrace has been destroyed. And I did not even have to do it myself. My allies did it. How long they will remain allies though, that's a completely different story. Candidate for adoption. And this one actually lives. He's got a big old helmet on it. Probably because he's quite ugly, so he doesn't want to show his face. He's a good commander though. Wall breaker. We'll surely take him. Where is he? Oh, you're right here. Not as good. We're gonna have to recruit a ship and get him back onto land. Rioting over here. Tons of people died. There's more Scipii troops coming down here. But I want to destroy this. With destroying the last of the remnant of the Greek city-states, I will actually complete the campaign. I only need one more holding. However, I would very much like to have my king slay the leader of the Julii. That would please me very much. So in a proper battle, like a proper army battle, that would be nice. And then I could end it.
My lord,
At the same time, they got Julii fleet in the way.
prepare to engage.
Should be no problem in pushing them aside
The sea is
and
out.
letting my fleet
Yes, sir.
through,
Set sail.
disembarking the army and replenishing it in town. Also the ships need to be replenished as well. But I think we'll actually end the episode here. For the next one I should try, since it might be very well be the last one, I should try and set it up so that we can have both this siege happen at the same time as we can have some sort of big... I want a big proper fight against the Romans. It doesn't look as though it might be against the Julii. I could meet these guys as well. The Scipii has a pretty formidable force as well. I wonder if... Kind of looks like the Carthaginians still hold it. It looks like a white line through here. So it looks like the island is still split in a three-way. But yeah, I think we're gonna end it.
Ready
Oh,
to sail!
what fleet is this? When did it? I guess there were.
Ready to
that
sail!
smaller heavy fleet that was pushed away. I completely forgot about them right here. Huh?
Ready!
Would that be enough to actually pick him up? That would be dangerous though, because there's only 31 men, risk of sinking. Now when we got a good commander. But yeah, where this
Ready to
admiral
sail!
also? Where did he come from? Does this doesn't have a good
Ready to
admiral?
sail! Ready
Oh,
to sail!
that was the one I detached. Was that the admiral I detached? How stupid am I? Or why did it heal the admiral,
Ready to sail!
the
Ready to
last of the ships,
Set sail!
so that I sent him away? That's kind of odd.
Ready
Now
to
the
sail!
now it's fixed. Yes. With this said, I'll say as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!